Man, you know where it goes is like I could see a home where like, I don't know, I just got a warm fireplace and like, this is in the future, the near future, but it's somewhere where I can build a home with my wife and have my friends over and like just grow in the warmth of the home with like a yard, and Teddy's got his own space. Like I've been imagining that lately, like what's it gonna be like at my first home, you know? I just keep thinking like, man, my own place where I can build and like, I don't know, fix things and like grow a family, like small family, and like have somewhere to go back to that's mine, you know? I've been thinking about that.
Damn, that made me think of an actual question.
Hit it.
So, do you feel like there's anything in life right now that you're missing?
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I hate this. I do though. I feel like there's this something in my belly, man, that's like, you should have more success than you do right now. And it's tough to quiet that voice. It's so tough.
Yeah.
Because everyone who's right-minded outside of me is going to look at me and say, you've got it all. Well, you don't got to go nowhere, man. You got it. But there's this little thing in me that still says, like, it whispers, like, think of all you could have been, dude. Think all you could have been at this moment, and you're not there yet. So I got to fight that. But that's definitely a feeling I have day to day, and I hate to admit it.
Yeah. I 100% have that too.
Yeah.
But I think it's that fire though that's going to keep you going.
Yeah.
Right? Obviously. But like handling that, like what it does to you, you know? Because you can form that into like a super negative, you know what I mean? Of like, dang, you know what I mean? Like children in Africa starving and like I'm chilling here and I'm like, oh, this is cool, you know? But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough that I was thinking about this a lot recently. It's like that the cards are dealt, right? When you're born, you know? And like, what is it possible that maybe like those that were dealt the better hand, maybe like a purpose could be like to share that, you know?
Yeah.
That like hand,
Yeah.
right? That could be something cool.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And what if everyone did that, you know?
Right.
But the people that were, you know, the people that are dealt the worst hand were, you know, like, but where is their part playing then? You know what I mean? That could feel like, you know, you're being given something. You can't prove your own thing, right? It's like such a difficult, I don't know, difficult topic to like, there's no answer, I don't think, you know?
No.
Right? But I think being able to share the wealth, you know, especially if you've, you know, been given that hand is important in life.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Welcome to the Era Podcast, episode 214.
270, 220,
214.
214.
We're back, baby. Welcome back. Welcome home.
We just mowed down year 4. We just knocked in the door year 4 without any celebration, nothing. And we didn't need it. We don't need it.
Yeah, things are coming on the way. Yeah. That was insecure. That was insecure, Mike.
I like that. That was a good character.
We do have things on the way.
Oh, yeah.
Let's say we have things we want to do, 100%.
Yeah.
And we're going to do them.
Bro.
But
we're going to do them.
Right now, we don't have it. And it's
if
year
we're
4.
alive.
If we're alive.
Because we could die anytime.
Yeah.
It's your hero.
And who knows, maybe that could happen in 10 years. Who knows?
Dude, I might get famous and leave. Leave you in the dust, dude. Just dig a hole, bury you, put the dirt on top, pat it down, and just get on a plane.
And forget, huh? Well, you know who we're never going to forget is the Patreon members. Patreon.com/YouWereHerePodcast. Best way to support us.
Dude, are you having some kind of like
it was a long day, baby. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
But the Patreon members, we love you.
Yeah, we love you.
Anyone that's donated to us, we appreciate it fully. And it goes back into the business,
That's
baby.
Right. That's right.
Patreon.com/YouWereHerePodcast. Anytown Actors Lab, if you're in the middle of trying to learn how to act, if you're starting from nothing, We got online consultations, baby. Anytown Actors Lab. In the Dallas-Fort Worth area, they have live classes in person. If you're trying to do that.
One-on-ones
best place to
online
learn right now, man. It's the best place to learn right now.
Homie, let me tell them this.
Yeah.
One-on-ones are surging right now.
Yes.
And I'm not kidding.
They're flying off the shelf.
I just spoke to Adam. It's like new consults every day.
Hey, I saw that TikTok.
It's blowing up.
I saw that TikTok.
It
honestly made me be like, maybe I should take a class.
Dude, I'm
not even joking.
Should.
I was like, I kind of want to take a class.
Dude, you should. You would do well.
I do want to.
And Adam can like lay out tools that like get you to act truthfully under imaginary circumstances. I wouldn't send you
and your boy's
my best friend anywhere else.
Your boy's not an actor, but
no,
I was looking at it and I was like, dang,
you could do it. You could do that.
It was very enticing to me. I don't know. But anytimeactorslab.com. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
And we're on Twitch, twitch.tv/YourEarPodcast. We're Twitching right after this, playing games, we're reacting to stuff. You can send us stuff. It's the place where it's outside of the podcast.
Yeah.
A little bit more of Mikey and Dave.
That's right.
A little bit more, relaxed.
Hang out.
Yeah.
Come hang with your
chill.
boys. Come learn more about us.
Yeah. Or if you have some questions, we can do a little live. Boom.
Live.
Easy.
AMAs. I learned what that means.
AMAs. Ask me anything.
I thought it was a porn thing.
Well, my
bad.
That's Dave.
Sorry, guys.
And now we're demonetized.
You gotta admit, your boys kind of got a couple jokes in the moment.
You're funny, dude. You're funny, man. You're a funny guy.
Bro, without the headphones, I gotta be real.
Yeah.
My whole feeling of sitting down and doing this has changed.
Really?
Yeah, because I hear you.
Whoa.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm not there's no levels.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's gonna sound.
Yeah, you're destroying the audio now.
Yeah, so have I been?
No, you're not.
Okay.
You know what? Dude?
Headphoneless. First time. Bow, bow, bow.
Wow.
Well, there's a part of it that's like, it's not a podcast unless you have headphones on.
That's very true.
Dude, I want to talk about this, man. We off of Adam's thing because I just spoke to him today. We're talking about the school, how it's starting to pick up steam, and he's learning about business.
He's putting in work, man.
But bro, it made me think about. There's a few things, but the first one, purpose.
Yeah.
He's got, and I've got this which we've been talking about for years, a purpose.
Yep.
For work, it's great to be grateful for everything, and you shouldn't need something to validate your life. You know what I'm saying? I need to do this, otherwise my life's worthless. But I think a part of every human needs a purpose. Yeah. There's a part of our nature that needs to have a purposeful endeavor, a journey to accomplish.
Yeah.
What do you think your purpose is? And or maybe you haven't found it yet.
You want to know? Well, we can talk that in a second, but I want to keep talking about Adam's thing. I was just looking through his TikTok today, and I was because I saw that one about the classes and stuff, the
He's
consultation
handsome on there.
He is very handsome. And Adam, you going this by the wall? Let's just talk about it, dude. You're doing it on purpose.
No, he's not.
Dude, you can't tell me being
Adam,
this.
Tell him you're not, bro. He's not, dude.
Yeah, so Stanislavski.
Oh, that's...
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking, dude. But for real, I think it's from the beginning when you guys told me the idea behind Anytown, pictures even. I think it's awesome that he's been putting in the work, putting up these posts, these TikToks, having the classes, you know what I mean? And starting from nothing and seeing that it's grown, and also that there's people that agree,
homie,
and that are yes, this is, I agree, or I needed to hear this, or it's dude, you're hitting on something.
That's it,
right?
There's a whole group of people, that felt like we felt 5 years ago, when we're hustle, learn how to act and lose yourself in it. Don't not be in your head. Unlock yourself, your artistry. Get really good at the thing. And then we were we're just gonna grind, and we're gonna book something.
Yeah.
And you go out there and you start auditioning for things and paying to be seen by casting directors and being passed over again and again and again and again and again. And then you start to look at the business and you're like, this is this is rigged. This is against us from the jump. We don't have no nepotism. Nobody knows us. We're coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And the keyhole is this big, dog. And if we get through it, it'd be a miracle, you know? And we used to talk about this, bro, every day. And we would be pissed off.
Yeah.
We'd be screaming at each other on the phone. So having this new thing, this new vision of let's teach people how to act, right? Like we got. Let's start productions that take people who aren't going to be seen or heard, and we use the best actor for the best roles in the stories that we can tell to our, what we have, with what the tools that we have and the small amount we have. We tell the best stories possible, and it may flop, but it's we were talking about this today, paving a road that hasn't been paved.
Yeah. I think that's the important thing of like extending it'll flop.
Yeah.
Like, let's say even like what is considered the flop that like it doesn't get bought?
Well,
like it doesn't get on the movie, but like that could lead you, because I saw one of his other TikToks and he was talking about like, oh well, one of the things I got an audition from this thing I did myself.
We don't know what's gonna happen.
Exactly, but like just you getting a flop gives you another chance.
Of course,
But like if you're sitting there like, because I saw someone talking about like one actor, I forgot his name, but he was saying like, yeah man, auditioning is like that's the soul of like what the actor, like you're gonna be doing that forever.
I disagree.
Right? It's the way he was talking about. He's like, yeah, you're gonna be failing forever until, and what makes or breaks it is if you keep going or you give up.
Yeah, but I mean,
but it's like,
why isn't there anything else?
Should you have to do that? That's insane. And
we looked at it and we said, well, they're huge. The business, quote unquote. We spoke to many people about this. Adam and everyone. Not this Adam, not the Adam, writer Adam, but we're talking about the business. He's in the business.
That's also like knocking out like so many people just based off like financials. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like people that can't fucking, like live on the street. Like you want people to live on the street then?
Well, yeah.
So don't give up, man. Just keep fucking doing it.
But homie,
you can't do that.
I don't mean to dissuade, but like it's this big of a margin. It doesn't matter if you're good anymore. Like people are gonna get upset about that, but like, dog, it's the truth. Yeah. You could be really good at the craft. You could be the best plumber in New York City. You're not gonna get cast. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's a tough business to get into. Everyone always says that. My thing is, why don't we just try a new? And Adam, thank God, was like, he's the one that like generated the idea and was like, what do you think? And I was like, bro, this is all we've talked about for years.
Forever, yeah.
Why don't we like throw ourselves into this thing? And if it progresses like a couple feet, someone gets an opportunity that wouldn't have got it from the middle of nowhere. Yeah. And followed our footsteps, maybe booked the next film we did, and he gets a career after that. Yeah. And he says, oh, I could bring him back to just my hometown and make a film here and use actors that train with me, and then like, or just trained and got good on their own, and then like they fit the roles, but they're not famous or they didn't get it yet. You know what I'm saying? It's about story. You can't hold a monopoly on story. Story's creation, dude. Yeah. Story's like, it's art. You can't hold a monopoly on paint. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can't hold monopoly on music. You can try. Businesses will try, but there should be like SoundCloud. SoundCloud changed everything, homie. Yeah. Right? Definitely. Like that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to SoundCloud movies. We're trying to SoundCloud plays. Yeah. It's like you can 100%. Do it here. You can do it where you're at with what you got, with the people around you. If you focus on the things that are most important and not like who do you know, who's your agent, and what are you willing to do? Yeah. The fact that like just getting like you can shoot a movie on your phone now. You know what I mean? It's like anywhere. You can really do whatever, and it's possible. But you know what I mean? But again, back to purpose. Yes. It fulfills. That's a purpose I could like sign on for my work. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That gets me through the tough times of like, what am I doing with my fucking life? Yeah. But not everyone, I think, finds that young or easily. Yeah. It takes like some kind of instinct. You got to be open to a thing that's strange that you might not agree with yet or might not see clearly, but it sounds right or feels right. Or like maybe scares you. Yeah. And you got to say, like, it's got to speak to you. And if like something in you says like, well, I can't do it, but I definitely would like to see that. Yeah. I don't know. You just got to, you got to find what the purpose is. What is the one thing that you can do, maybe, that you can pursue and grow for the next guy? Yeah. Definitely. That's what I'm trying to find with you. Like when I throw the question at you, like, do you have maybe not a specific, but like an idea of purpose? Because we speak a lot about, I want to get into this, I want to do this.
Yeah. You know what? I think I had a weird like mental switch about like filmmaking, because I switched my whole thing to filmmaking. Like I was like, oh, this is probably what I want to do.
Yeah.
And because like I feel like so many people fall into this, like whether it's acting or any part of it, is you want to like make things, and like generally it's usually like in the way you want, like your way, right? Like you want to create this story, you want to create this movie, but like, and it to be on like the big screen and whatever, it's sold, blah, blah, blah. But like to get to that is like, you have to go through this whole structure. And immediately when I like the curtain that was pulled, I was like, once I saw everything, I was like, I don't want to do this.
I'll never get there.
Immediately I was like, this is way too, it's too like when I was playing soccer and I thought I was going to go with pro. I'm like, this is the same thing.
It's a dream
killer. There's no way.
It's a dream killer.
Yeah. And I could sit there and I'm like, I don't want to sit there and be a PA for 5 years
to get out position.
Finally, maybe go hook up like a light, you know? And then I'll do that for another 5 years. And then maybe, like, I don't want that life trajectory. I think that there's, especially with the people I'm around, there's way more of a chance to do something ourselves and make it get out there.
Yeah.
But like, but I feel like a lot of people see that curtain pull and they still are like holding on to that, like, oh, but this is the dream.
I know.
So it's worth it.
I'll eat shit for this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It's scary. I think the purpose really is to like create something that I want to put in the world.
Yeah.
You know, something personal to me to be able to put out into the world.
Yeah.
And I think that's just what it's been from the beginning. But I saw like, it's not going to be filmmaking like that. You know what I mean? It's not going to be the traditional way.
Yeah.
And that's all right.
That's all right.
I think like for some people, maybe it's hard to give that up, but like everyone do, like, especially because I don't know, I think maybe because I'm very in tune with like different artists, like, especially like like people that are like come up. I find a lot of people that I'm sorry to be the hipster guy, but I find a lot of people that they like when Denzel Curry was starting out, or like when whatever, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, like artists or shit like that. Like when City Pop was like, before it got huge, I was like, this is the fucking music. This is the thing. This is the thing. Like I haven't some sort of thing in my brain where I'm attracted to these things. And I'm like, oh, that could be fucking like cool. And the only reason it blew up was because they kept doing the same thing. They didn't change anything. They didn't conform to some, you know, different like tradition. They just were like, this is what I want to do. And they did it long enough and they fucking did it. They did it their way, you know, not having to deal with all this bullshit.
Yeah.
So like, I've seen that enough times where I'm like, oh, it's literally just a fact of like, you just have to do something that's wholly you, and you have to stick with it.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes it takes like, you have to find the right people, you know what I mean? That are like, they see the vision, and that doesn't take fucking a week, a month, a year. It might take 5 years, you know? But that's more of like a journey of like, I'm not going to be eating shit. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that.
Well, that could kill the whole journey.
Because then like through this journey that I'm going to take, I'm going to have you. I'm going to have my closest, you know, people I work with.
Yeah.
These relationships that you can't even, it's like family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's also like the creative relationships that you can't trade for anything.
That's right.
That's 5+ years of working on shit.
And then I'll tell you something else.
But like in the traditional fucking way, you're going to have, people throw you to the curb and not give a fuck about you.
100%. But like the film, like me and I when we did the film, we rolled out to Texas and Katie.
Yeah.
And we know each other.
Yeah.
And we know Jordan. And it's us four.
Yeah.
We don't know anybody else.
Yeah.
But check this. I think because it was us and we had this bond, like family, it rubs off on the people you're meeting.
Yep.
And if you have a purpose, dude, we have a purpose it's not just about us, dude. This is like, we're really trying to fall on the sword for storytelling. Yeah. We're trying to do something different. We're trying to give it back to people, put it in the hands of people. Yeah. Let them see story about them. And then let them decide if they're going to go see it or not. Don't just say like, nah, nobody will watch it in Michigan. How do you fucking know? Yeah. You're not making stories for people in Michigan. Yeah. Maybe that's the problem. Yeah. Let's just see. We're willing to do that and fail because we think that there's a hole in storytelling, in the market, in the business, and the way stories are distributed.
Yeah.
We're just trying to change it. But because of that, bro, and because of how tight we are, like you were saying, like if you were there, you would have felt it, dog. Like
Yeah.
it rubbed off.
Just from the stuff you told me, I know. I could tell.
And the family grew.
Yeah.
And there's something pure in the purpose of what you're doing, if it's selfless. And I think like you want to put out something that is wholly you because you know some motherfucker out there is going to relate.
Yeah.
That's why you want to do it. That's why you want to do it. It's not just like, oh, make me feel cool because I'm releasing my shit.
Yeah.
Maybe there's like a piece of that. You know, maybe you think it might be like a part of you that's like that, but it's not really that. There's a human instinct you have, Michael Nowicki, to release something that is wholly you in only one way that you know how to fucking do it, which you don't even know how to do yet.
Yeah.
You're on the journey to finding the way to do it so that you can release it because you know one motherfucker out there, minimum, is going to be moved the way you were moved when you watch a thing that changed your life.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's your purpose.
Yeah.
Even if you don't think about it every day.
It definitely is. And I know if I was doing it just for like, I'm going to be fucking popping off.
Yeah,
man.
you would quit.
No, I would already have put out like a million things, and it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
You know, I'm holding it back because I know it's not that. You know, I hold myself to a standard.
Yes,
you know what I mean. And dude, like, I think we talked about it last time. I said the fucking shortcuts, man. Yeah. There's no if it's not now, man, it's not now.
Yeah,
you know, and you gotta accept that.
Yeah,
you know, because it's not gonna just happen magically.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It never does.
It never does. It never does.
It really doesn't.
But, homie.
And I'm not trying to be no one hit, like, maybe if I was putting a shit ton out and, like, doing my TikTok dances and all this shit, maybe I got one hit, you know, maybe. But that's Tootsie sliding around. Maybe.
But if that's your intention, to like put a bunch of shit out, hopefully hit on one, and then like we'll see what happens. Yeah, that's not your. You're not.
I might do that for fun after I'm blown up.
Yeah, but okay, that's for fun.
Like Drake did. He put out a Tootsie slide.
Yeah.
And into my feelings. You know.
Yeah.
And that's kind of fire.
And those are fire. And you hate to admit that.
And I hate to admit it, but it's fire.
You hate to admit that Drake is. I don't want to say it.
Did you watch the interview with him and Lil Yachty?
No, part of it I saw, but I didn't see the whole thing.
It was funny. It was cool.
He's funny.
Out of touch, but
Drake is funny. Cool. Drake is funny.
He is, but in a very like
out of touch way.
No, I mean, what am I going to say? He's out of touch. I thought it was it was very interesting about him talking about. Lil Yachty asked him, he's like, "How do you feel about like your mom being your mom?
What?
Like being Drake's mom?
Okay.
Like having to go around and everyone's like, oh my god,
what's Drake's mom? Oh, okay.
Like that kind of thing.
How do you feel about her feeling that?
Yeah, like how like that because of his circumstances, like what he's done.
Yeah, people
are view everyone he interacts with,
as like they're Drake's friend or Drake's mom, or
your family, or like what if he fucks up? You know, then everyone's gonna hate them. That's like something I don't know. That's that kind of out of touch. Like no one really deals with that. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's an interesting thing.
I wouldn't even think.
And there was a really funny part when Drake was talking about how he was going to a therapist, and they're talking about how the therapist was saying that like think about when you're in a room and there's like the hottest girl, like in that room as Drake, you're the hottest girl, no matter what. It doesn't matter.
Wow.
It doesn't matter like who else is in that room.
It's you.
Like you are the hot girl.
You're the top of the chain, the food chain.
Yeah, and he has to live life like that.
It's got to be
every room,
man.
Every room he's in.
I heard him say something like he feels like he has to bring humanity, like his humanity, and like prove to other people he's human every time he interacts with them. Like humanize himself.
Yeah.
Instead of like as a character.
I bet, yeah.
Yeah.
I really
I get it.
Yeah, but you've seen it a million times where there's like not even paparazzi, but just like if like Drake showed up in like a club or something, everyone's like, "Whoa, shit!" Like, the whole room is looking at him.
Yeah, dude.
It's like, why are we like that? Probably like that happens every day to you.
Yeah,
it's got to be the worst thing.
I remember in the
world.
I think the first famous person I like sat down. Well, I don't like Jim was. My buddy Jim's he was a famous actor at the time. When I met him, I was like, oh shit. And then he's teaching me, and I just you forget. It's just you're around him enough times where you're like, oh, just dude.
Yeah.
But I remember I was on set with him, and Did I ever tell you this?
I don't think
You
so.
know who Julia Stiles is?
Yeah.
You know, you really?
Yeah.
You know who that is?
I know the name.
Yeah, she was like the big actress in the early 2000s and late 1990s, like the heartthrob crush, the girl next door.
Yes.
She was like 10 Things I Hate About You. Like, she was in a bunch of movies, but she was the girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She was like the girl in the 2000s. And
let me look at the picture.
Jim's just like, oh, we're gonna get lunch for Julia. And I'm like, oh, cool. I don't even know who Julia is. Fucking Julia Stiles rolls up just in like jeans and shoes and like just walks up, and I'm like, oh. And I had to keep it cool.
Yeah.
But I know this girl, you know, it's like one of the first girls you ever have a crush on, like growing up. It's You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
She was the one. And she's sitting across me just like you. And I'm like, I'll have the chicken salad. And she's having bone broth soup. And I'm like, I'm trying to like pay attention to the conversation, but I'm hearing like, well, like Julia Stiles is fucking sitting next to you right now. You saw her and everything. This girl was in your daydreams when you were a kid. You fell in love. She's eating bone broth soup just like you. Like it's funny. Like I remember that moment being like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like she's just a human being.
Yeah,
who's in a bunch of movies. Like who gives a fuck? But all that to say, like I met Shia. Yeah, and I remember the feeling with Shia was like instantly. Yeah, I said, oh, this is just a dude. Yeah, it was different. Yeah, and I had real, you know, that was my guy. Yeah. You know, like when I was starting acting and like watching him, I just always was pulled to his work. But when I met him that day, I was like, he was shorter than me. Yeah. And I was looking down and he's like talking just like normal. I had this out of body, and then I came right instantly when we made eye contact, like, oh, I'm with you.
I feel like I will only ever feel that if it's like a celebrity and they're taller than me. Because I feel like if you're shorter than me, I can't be like, oh my God, man. Yeah. I don't know if that sounds crazy.
I think it was more him.
Yeah.
I think he was more, he humanized like instantly.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah. He was like, hey, what's up, man? Like, really nice to meet you. And I said, oh, I'm from, this so-and-so. And he's like, oh, dude, yeah, of course. I'm like, what's up?
Is that like, who's like the top guy you'd want to like talk to right now?
I thought it was him when I met him. And I still would love to chat
sit down
about all this, whatever. But, he's going through a lot of shit. And he's done a lot, but allegedly. I don't know. But, man, someone I'd like to sit down with right now. Bro, I feel like Jordan Peterson. Like,
really?
Yeah, bro. I feel like I would sit there like this.
I don't know,
chin
dude.
to the ground.
I kind of have an opinion of Jordan Peterson.
That's fine. I just think like someone. There's a lot
Jordan
of
Peterson.
Yeah,
really?
bro. There's
right now Jordan Peterson.
I mean, yeah.
Really?
I think. Yeah.
Have you listened to him recently?
Last things I talked about, he's talking about Christianity. And I was like, bro, I'm like listening to this, like, oh, he's really delved into the Bible and like dissected it and then talked about meanings of it. And I'm like, this dude I thought was like a atheist scientific homie from Canada, like just fighting trans people up there. And like, he's not that. Well, from my opinion, when I saw the last thing I saw. But he said some things, man, where I'm like, I don't know.
That would be an interesting conversation, actually.
I was pretty amazed by that. And yeah, it's the first thing that comes to mind. Besides Cobra Tate.
All right. dude. I'd actually meet him just to fucking do nothing because he'll destroy me.
Dude, free Cobra, bro. No, just kidding. I don't know what's going on. I don't pay attention.
Yeah, no one thought of that anymore, huh?
Who would you sit down with?
I feel like, honestly, I still think my whole life, dude. I think more now recently, I think it'd have to be Pharrell Williams. 100%.
Creative soul.
Yeah, that or maybe like Tyler, the Creator.
Another creative soul. Creator in the name.
Or maybe... You actually know what would be such a good combo? Would be like J. Cole. Wouldn't that be great?
That's a good one.
Because he's I don't know.
100% with
right?
You. Yes, dude. Just the song "Love Yours," I'd want to sit with him because of that song. His whole thought process on the business and what he does. You can think what you want about the music, but he's on another level of artistic thinking and creation. Yeah. That motherfucker is like definitely doing it for the right reasons, I think. Yeah. Another thing about Jordan Peterson, just to defend myself, because I know the look you gave me, bro. He did it. He was on a show. I caught like a clip of it. Yeah. He says, don't don't underestimate the impact that you would leave if you ended things, basically, with your absence.
Yeah.
Don't underestimate the hole your absence would leave. He's fucking crying talking about this. You know how how much you have to care about people in life
Yeah.
to say that and feel that? I mean, from my judgment, I'm a pretty good judge of what's happened, like what I'm watching, if it's truthful or dishonest. That, to me, he's connected to something about life where there's empathy.
Yeah.
And I'm with that. But when he said that, I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Don't underestimate that.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
And watching the movie, bro, Aftersun, we watched that. You told me to watch the movie.
Into that,
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
I watched the movie. You told me to watch the movie. What'd you think of the movie? Because we were chatting about it a lot.
Look, dude, this is Aftersun spoilers.
Oh,
we got to start saying that because we always just talk about stuff and we never. So Aftersun spoilers, we're going to be talking about it.
If you want,
but if you haven't watched it, you have to watch it.
Yeah, definitely watch
and come back here.
Pause it and then come back
because let me tell you, dude.
Like and subscribe.
Let me tell you. I went into it. I saw the trailer. I was like, you know what? I want to watch this. I think we were talking about it for months. We were like, have to see this. We have to see this. Have to see it.
Paul Mescal.
I love him, dude. He's great.
He's great.
Now, let me tell you, this freaking girl. Dude, wait, what's her name? Something Jordy. Something Jordy. But the little girl in the movie, it's Paul Mescal's daughter in the movie. Dude.
Bro, I mean, say he's 24 too? He's playing a 30-year-old?
It's nuts.
And it's like, whoa.
It's nuts.
I believe this.
Yes. I think it was the did you know for the casting for the girl, they had like 800 people?
Really?
800 kids. Wow. Yeah. I also want to ask you a little bit about, let's get into it. How does Charlotte Wells' first debut, how does it work with her getting these people?
You want to know?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to... I don't know how she cast Paul Mescal. I don't know how the script gets to 824.
Because what I heard from Paul Mescal was saying in an interview, he's like, I read the script and I was like...
But how does he get the script?
Exactly.
That's what we're trying to talk about. She has to have some kind of connection
something
to somebody through a major production company that will attach Paul Mescal's agent with the script. Yeah. So she had a casting office had to pass that to him. Yeah. There was no there's no way she just knows him. Or maybe she did. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe she knew him personally. I don't know. But there's some kind of connection. You can't just, I mean, you can't just throw your script into Hollywood and be like, who's ready? Like, it's just not going to work. Yeah. But there had to be some kind of development that I don't know. But I was going to say, why did the story... Well, just keep going. I'm not gonna.
Okay. All right. Let me go through my experience.
Go ahead.
Going through. They're at the vacation.
Shitty hotel.
Yeah, just like a resort vacation.
Turkey.
It's. Let me bring up the freaking characters because I forgot everything because my memory is so bad. I'm gonna freaking
Sophie
freak out.
The daughter.
Sophie and what's his name?
Oh shit!
Isn't that so bad? We're just
Alan.
Our brains.
No.
Alan.
It was.
You can't say Alan. Callum.
See, close.
Frankie Corio.
Yeah. Frankie.
Jordy.
Frankie.
What the hell did I just say? All right. So Callum.
Yeah.
Paul Mescal.
Yeah.
Sophie, the daughter.
Yeah.
They're at a resort. Mm-hmm. You start picking up that, it's a divorced family. This is a vacation. He gets to see her, and they're just living through vacation. And
they've been doing this for a while.
Yes.
Summers.
Yes. This is the routine.
Happens to fall on his birthday every year too.
Now the biggest things I get from the first half is just the awkwardness, the love that they both have. They love what I mean. A lot. But they're able to simply express it to each other, mm-hmm. but the deeper stuff is where it gets awkward and weird. Mm-hmm. And it's hard. And that's so fucking real in life, man.
Yeah.
Of trying to just relate more, in the more uncomfortable areas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of things you don't want to bring up, mm-hmm. but it's there and it just turns weird and it's tough, especially because Callum, her father had her, very young. And this is a thing he's been battling. You see in the whole movie is how having her young and him not being ready and him not being able to provide, you know, and like give everything. They're at this, you know, crappy resort, and this is all he can really give to her. And she's so like, she doesn't care where she is, you know. She's like, oh, I love this. Like, this is so fun, blah, 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 you know. And I think the way they like keep just doing that, it can seem like that it's boring for a while, you know. But I think it like, by it being so, you know, the cycle of just them going, doing things, talking, kind of shows that it's just they're at this shitty place, and like it's really not eventful.
Yeah,
you know. Yeah. But there's so much that they want to say and do, you know, for each other that I don't know, man. It's just like a very. It's I think with life and like relationships, especially with your family, like there's so many things that are hard to express.
Yeah,
and that's what it's, you know, like embodying. You know, I felt that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. It's just once it started building up near the like later in the movie, and I think where the movie excels is like it just like slowly ramping up to this ending that's just so emotional, tragic, like artistic, and I don't know, it's just like so it's also like not much is happening either. It's not changing form, you know what I mean? It's not like trying to just, you know, like the place explodes.
Yeah.
It's like it's just the simplest thing of the father like letting go of all the stress, anxiety, and holding back to like put up this front of him being like this great father, and like I don't know, all the frustrations he had.
Yeah.
Him being able to let go and like spend some final just carefree time with his daughter, and being able to like show that to her, like I don't know, man. It really messed me up. And it's funny because at that ending sequence, it's like a 5-minute sequence of the ending where it all just kind of, you know, plays into this. I don't know. It's almost like a music video to me, which like for me that hits crazy. But I cried at the end, dude.
Yeah.
And for real, I didn't know why. Wow. I didn't put it together, you know? I remember like I was like watching, I knew like there was something just super sad about the whole situation, like that they're going to be leaving each other soon, and they have like this love and it's hard. And I thought that was it. But like there was something deeper that was bothering me. And like 10 minutes after, I watched this when I was in my office at work. Shoot. Like I watched the rest of the movie. I watched like half the night before, and then I watched the rest of the novel. And I was like sitting there like looking at it, like not working. And I'm like, I'm starting to cry. I'm like, holy shit. And it's done. And like, I'm like, all right, I guess I gotta go to work. And I'm like, I can't stop thinking about it. And I'm like, I'm thinking. I'm like, the bed scene.
Oh.
He's there crying. I saw the letter on the floor that she wrote. The club, like the strobe stuff. It's like her when she's older, her when she's young, and they're it's like almost like she's like trying to like bring him back out of the darkness.
Yeah.
You know, bring him back to reality or life. But like you could see that the whole movie he's falling into this fucking darkness.
Yeah.
You know? And it's consuming him.
Yeah.
And like there's no way for him to handle the fact anymore in life that he can't provide or like pull himself out of this thing. And I think there's like some drug addiction stuff there too. But at the end, like I watched back that whole sequence, and when it goes from her at the airport with the footage and she's walking around, I'm like, this is so like, I don't know. It's so quiet. And you can tell that it's like the last time he's seeing her, you know?
Yeah.
And the way it goes to the apartment and it turns back to him, and like immediately he closes it and he's like, this is it. And he goes back, and he's going back to the darkness immediately. Back to the first thing that happens, he goes back to darkness.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, It's just like, and then I started thinking about like, oh, so every time that he's with her, it's like a whole movie. It's a whole thing. Like the family vacation is a movie. You know, it's this whole event, things happening every day. It's like color.
Yeah.
But then once she leaves, it's back to darkness.
Yeah.
You know, until she comes back, until they meet again. It's fucking sad, dude. It made me cry after that. Once I realized it, I was like, all clicked. I was like, I can't stop.
I'm cheering up now.
I can't stop, man.
Thinking about it. It is so sad, bro.
It is.
Whew.
But I think it's just so amazing that that's how it was like meant to be.
Yeah.
You know, through the story, through the script.
It's a personal story.
Yeah.
It was her dad.
Yeah.
You know, he's deceased as well, and she.
I actually read on her website, she did like a interview thing, and she also put up her script just for free, which is sick.
Well, that's cool.
I love that. Is that normal?
I don't know.
But I just looked up like Aftersun script, and it's just like the first link, it just goes to the PDF.
Wow.
I'm like, what the heck?
That's awesome.
It's sick. So you can, you know, read it, study it,
research it. Yeah.
But she was talking like about like her, like the she was talking about how she's like, it is a personal film. It's not like they always say like it's not like, you know,
not
real people, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But like there was a girl that was on a vacation, and there's a picture where it's them together.
Did you see the pictures? The real ones? Yeah.
And I was like,
she's like winking.
Fuck, man.
Yeah. That's why it works. I think she really put a lot of care into that.
Yeah, you could tell.
It's as personal as it gets to her. Yeah. And you catch that throughout the story from the eyes of Sophie.
Yeah.
You know, like not quite fitting in with the older crowd, but not quite fitting in with the younger kids there either, and feeling in this like, you know.
And her dad's the same.
Yeah. He feels, that's what's interesting too, is he's 30.
Yeah.
And he feels like he's, what I gathered, and maybe this is just saying where I'm at.
Yeah.
He's afraid of getting older and not being good enough, not providing.
Yeah.
And that's eating at him too, I think, throughout this thing.
And he's trying not to show it to her.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
And that's the worst thing.
Dude,
because that's the thing I think I like really related to him, like just showing that you're good, that you're chilling, everything's fine.
Oh.
How many times do we do that, dude? A lot less now, but used to, man.
Working backwards, like this is what and we talked about this, but like if I'm working backwards, the things that stuck out is the way she's watching the tape.
Yeah.
And almost to me, why this film works is because they don't spell it out to you. You have to come to your own conclusions about these things. Yeah. That's why I think this movie works so well.
Yeah.
And because it's so personal and you mean so much to each person. You know there's a connection there. You know something terrible has probably happened. You know she's looking back at these videos, and I don't think she's healed, because that section at the end, it's like this embrace, right? Yeah. When we're seeing them in that club with the strobes, and she sees him there across, and she's fucking mad.
Yeah.
You know, if you see them in the strobes, you can see she's fucking heated, and she's going to cry, and he's dancing furiously, and he's not there. She grabs him and she's fucking shaking him, and she's trying to get his attention. But and then we're cutting back to when she's a kid, the last dance she's having with, or whatever dance, and he's trying to pull her on the floor. He's trying to get her, and she's pushing.
Dude, that moment destroyed me, because like it was literally when they were doing the singing, the open mic thing,
and he
didn't want to go.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude,
and she just
and then they juxtaposed it with her not wanting to. It's like, dude, oh my goodness. It's like, it's just so like well done.
It's very well done.
You know? And the thing that really like, it's tough. It's kind of it's like you said, it's very interesting because they don't spell it out, but they really leave a lot to the end.
Yeah.
You know?
They do.
Like the fact that like that scene, if you're not paying attention, that scene, if you just show that scene, it's like, oh my God, like the dad's just so, you know, he's just letting go. You know what I mean? Like in front of his daughter. It's so like, you know, pleasant. But then it like immediately is like, no, dude. No.
I didn't notice it till like, I caught it at the very end when the camcorder footage of her, when he's saying goodbye to her getting on the plane.
Yeah.
And I didn't see it.
That is like some of the best acting I've seen.
Well, I didn't see it until you sent me the clip, and I'm watching it back.
Yeah.
And I noticed the first time I watched it, I'm like, oh, he's crying at the end of this thing, saying goodbye. Like you could hear it.
Yeah.
And at first, I'm just watching him do the camcorder, and she's in this part of the wall, this part of the opening, and then she's moving down the line, and there's a wall. Yeah. So he's scooting over to the next part of the opening where he's going to see her next, and anticipating it. She walks in, and she's making funny faces, and back to the other side, and this other part of the line, and he's zooming in and catching that before she even gets there, and then she walks in again. And 2 more times that happens before she says goodbye. He says goodbye, and he's, he's anticipating this is why it's brilliant. He's anticipating where she's going to be because he doesn't want to miss a second of her as he's saying goodbye to her. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
The movie brings up a really good topic to talk about. Callum's suffering from the beginning of that movie to the end of that movie, and you can't see it yet. You're starting to see weird shit. He's constantly trying to do things, constantly trying to busy themselves. You're wondering why. She doesn't even want to do shit sometimes, and he's like, no, we're going to do this. I'm antsy. Like, he's got to move. He's got to do it.
Yeah. He always.
I don't know if he knows he's going to do this or not. I don't think he does, because when I think back, there's a moment where he says, you could always talk to me about if you're doing drugs.
About to bring it up. Yeah.
They have that moment. So I don't think he's. But homie was suffering from a real, I believe, depression that he couldn't get himself out of, and he was in a time period in the world where it wasn't spoken about, because this is a timepiece, right? This is probably 90s, early 2000s. So there wasn't therapists on every corner, and you could do it online, and everyone had one, and it's a different time, and maybe he wasn't, whatever. You come to your conclusion on that. But, we're talking about purpose. I think Sophie was his purpose, but his shame and his guilt and the depression that he had no control over, which a lot of people don't. I think that was the last time she saw him. The reason I think that is because the last scene where she's in the club and she's grabbing at him and she's trying to, hold him, and they embrace, and it's sweet. And then we're right back to him pushing off and going back into a memory and she's not healed. She's watching the footage. She's not relieved. The baby's in the other room, and this shit might happen again. That was my take.
Yeah.
She's living with this fucking grief and this unsaid shit with her father that can't be mended with him.
Yeah.
And she's just living in the past. She's pulling it up.
Yep.
She's not at peace. You know what I mean? And that really struck me. That was the thing
I almost felt like, what I thought too is like, she's probably his age now. Mm-hmm. And she's looking back now. And you hear the baby crying.
That's right.
And you're like,
and is this going to happen again?
Yep. And there's no man there too. There's no husband.
There was a partner though.
There was?
Yeah. She was in bed with a partner, I think, before. There's a scene where she wakes up and it's her birthday and she said, happy birthday, Sophie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But it hurt me to watch, I think, because that I don't know what it's like. Yeah. I've had these feelings of like what I think is depression.
Yeah.
Where it's like I just want to stop.
Yeah.
But I've never had to struggle over time, lengths of time.
Yeah.
Looking at people you love, knowing that like
putting up
that's your purpose, and hiding it.
Yeah.
And going through these dark periods where like you come close to killing yourself.
Yeah.
And they're out there. There's so many people out there, bro, that are going through it.
That's usually how it is, too.
Bro, and then they're gone. They go far enough without saying the thing, without sharing it, that they're gone one day. And they leave that girl on the couch. You know what I'm saying? Where your whole life's fucked.
Yeah.
You carry that kind. I just read the book A Man Called Ove, and it was about that. It's about suicide. It's weird that these two things were pairing. I finished it today.
Really?
At work. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And in his case, he wanted to kill himself from the beginning. And spoiler, A Man Called Ove. If you didn't read it, pause and come back. But sorry,
you said the spoiler before the alert.
Sorry, no, but no. This is the beginning of the book. You can find this
really?
in the bio of the thing, in the synopsis of it. But he's trying to off himself, and then by the end of the thing, he's come to the conclusion that life is worth living for because these people intersect in his life, and he finds purpose. I don't think it was depression. It was for him, and he says it in the book, it's like there's no love. Like when you lose somebody who really knows you, really knows who you are,
Yeah.
there's no amount of time that can mend that wound. You know?
Yeah.
You carry that forever. That's your life. It changes. It's never going to feel the same way again. And it made me think of that for her for the rest of her life. Like, I don't know what she's going to have to go through now, because obviously she's not recouped. Yeah. That love can't be replaced. And like Jordan Peterson said, you can never underestimate the hole that you're going to leave.
Yeah.
The importance of your life. You don't know what kind of importance you're underestimating how important you are to the whole of things, to everyone. You don't know what you mean, because you mean so much. And in this moment, you don't feel it. But you got to be brave here. Like, you got to just fight a little bit longer. And that's what it made me think. Because I got people in my life who I love immensely, dude, who I don't know. And I swear to God, if they'll be here tomorrow. Like, that's fucking sad.
Yeah.
And it's out of my hands, man. That's out of my fucking hands. I don't have control over what they say or do. I can't handcuff them and be like, stay. I pray.
Yeah.
But I don't want to fucking lose them, you know? And I don't know what to do about it. I show face and whatever, and that's not going to work either. I don't know. It's out of my hands.
Yeah.
But like, that's the kind of thing that like, that movie just, it left on the table. Like, the importance of a life and the person who's going through this darkness that they have no fucking control over. Like, oh, it's easy to say, like, fight, you know, keep going. You don't know unless you're in that person's shoes what they're going through.
Yeah.
There's no light in the room. Where am I supposed to crawl to?
Yep.
Where do you want me to go? There's nobody here. You know?
Yeah, man.
And you can't bring them to it. You know, you could get help for somebody. They're going to turn around and walk out the door if they want.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it just makes me think the unfairness of like that kind of struggle.
Yeah.
And the unfairness of what's left behind from that kind of decision.
Yep.
You know, like, it's scary as fuck, man.
It is.
And I don't know what the answer is. I don't know. The only thing you could reiterate is just like, I think, man, like how much you care. What else? Yeah. What else can you fucking do? You know, like just expressing like, you mean so much in the grand scheme of my life. You may not feel it, but to me, you're everything. I don't know what else to say. Like, I don't know what else you can say. And I don't even think that's enough most of the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's an illness.
It is.
You know? It's just an illness. And when hope is lost, when you've got no hope, it's not you know, people say it's like a easy way out. It's, you know how crazy that is? You know how like mentally, you have to be decided and fucking follow through on something like that?
Yeah.
How final of a decision. You know how that's a less scary, the least fucking scary shit I've you know, like it's so fucking, I don't even want to say brave because I don't want to give it that, but like, because I don't want to promote it.
No.
But it's just, we're talking about it.
Yeah. I mean, to get to that point where it's the only place that you can go.
Yeah, you're willing to stop the ride. You know, you're willing to stop it.
Yeah.
It's that, don't you get it? It's that painful, man.
Yeah.
It's
That's definitely at the end of the movie. Like, immediately, like, after all that, at the end of the movie, I thought, like, I think I said it already, but, like, just the fact that, like, he closes the camera and, like, that's it. From there,
you can't go no farther.
From then on, he's got nothing. He's got no one. Immediately in his head, he says, she's gone. Mm-hmm. There's nothing else worth, you know? There's no worth living. You know what I mean? There's no out. It's just darkness.
Yeah.
You know? And I think I love that shot where he goes back into just the dark room.
Yeah. The strobes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It made me think. It made me feel a lot.
Me too.
Made me feel a lot. But that's what a good story will do, man.
Yeah.
And the storytelling was great.
Yeah.
It wasn't explained to you. It was through the eyes of a young girl and her father, and through the camcorder they used a lot.
And it makes you like those first 40 minutes. You really think like it really makes you think about like, oh man, like the time they spent together.
Yeah.
You know, like what it actually probably meant. And what he was trying to actually do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like through all those moments, he just fucking loved his daughter.
Yeah.
And wanted to, give her this love.
Yeah.
But he couldn't even do that sometimes,
Yeah.
like fully.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's so scary, man.
It is.
Oh, it's such a terrible thing.
Yeah. But it's really real, man.
It's so
I think
real,
that's
dude. It happens, man.
why it's so effective and just, I don't know.
But that kind of decision, man, again, that hurts
everyone.
Oh, everybody, man. Yeah. And this is the thing too, bro. We don't know I won't say this will never happen to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it's something that won't touch everybody once in their life, minimum.
Yeah.
This thought is floating like, fuck it. Because I know people that did it. I'm sure you did too.
Yeah.
The significance of life isn't important anymore. It's like I can't fight this pain of not being enough or whatever it is for that person, not being enough, not being strong enough, not having enough, not providing enough, or just pain. I don't want to fucking feel like this anymore. So I won't say that thought will never cross my mind, because I don't know. And I think that's okay to like be aware. Don't say, it won't touch me. I can't relate. I can't. Empathy is putting yourself in the shoes of another person. That's why the movie's good. I think it puts you in the shoes of Callan.
Yeah.
This father was just trying to do the right thing and have his daughter close to him and spend some time and fight this fucking thing.
Yeah.
He's trying to fight it. His daughter is that vessel, like that gets him out of bed, that gets him. But the day before his birthday, he's walking into the ocean, trying to kill himself. That's not good. He gave up, but there's some little fight left in him because he came back out of that ocean, found his way back to bed somehow. And I bet he didn't think going into that last trip, that last part of the trip, that last leg, that he was going to do it. And then they sing happy birthday to him. And I don't know what that did to him. That's him. Yeah. But like, all that to say, man, if you're feeling that way, you are definitely not alone in that. I don't know if that helps or not.
Yeah. But
it always helps me to know I'm not alone in a situation. So I guess that's all I can say. I don't know how much the pain hurts right now, but I definitely have been in pain before. I definitely have felt helpless before. I promise you, you're loved by somebody deeply.
Yeah.
And for sure, you just can do so much,
Yeah. There's love out there.
Oh, dude, and
too.
there's so much that you can do after this, like this day, like tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the morning, the sun's gonna come up.
Yeah.
You're not gonna feel the fucking same way. And if you do, bro, I guarantee the next moment you're not gonna. Something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Maybe your car got hit. Maybe you're gonna meet somebody new. Someone's gonna fucking bump into you and say like, "Oh, hey, sorry, nice shoes," and that's gonna knock you off balance, and you're gonna feel different. You're gonna think a new thing. There's always something new that life is gonna surprise you with. Just hang on for the surprise of it. Don't the finality of things. Like, just do anything to stay present, bro.
Yeah.
Do anything to stay present. And when you're feeling alone, get outside. Talk to somebody, dude. Talk to somebody. I know it's fucking scary, but like, it's 2023, and nobody's gonna point the finger and say, "What are you doing? Like, you're fucking wrong, man. That's weird." Yeah. Nobody's gonna say that. Everyone's going through shit, especially now, bro. Shit's crazy. That's my plea to you.
Yeah.
If you're ever feeling that way, you know I'm a fucking open book. I'm telling you, I've felt crazy shit before.
Me too.
So don't ever feel like we can't talk about this shit with this shit off. We don't need nobody.
No, 100%.
Yeah,
I know.
but it's good. It's just good to be like, this could happen to me.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're human. We're
been there, man.
We can be moved in really dark places. There is a way to get out of it. Don't stay alone. Let's get out of that if you can. If you can't, call a fucking number. Call anybody. Call your mom. Call. Somebody you haven't spoken to since high school. Just call anybody. You know, try it. Try something. Mm-hmm. Try something because you're gonna hurt. I mean, bro, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
No. And this is always a place you guys can reach out.
Anytime. No
matter what.
I don't know how. But obviously, you can always hit the website. Yeah. It's anonymous, right?
Yeah.
We can't see who's messaging what.
Yeah. Or directly, dude. We're not gonna.
We're
here
not
for
judging.
people, man.
Yeah, of course, anytime. And I'm not a fucking pro. I don't know what the right answer is.
We're going through shit, man.
Yeah, we're figuring it out as we go.
Yeah.
We don't. Yeah, we're figuring it out.
Yeah.
I feel what Callum feels all the time. Like as far as like 32,
trying to
provide for my wife, looking at her and saying like, I'm not enough.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm fucking enough. I tell you all the time.
And she can tell you that you are, and it just can't. Yep.
It hits me right in the face and falls. So I get it. It's hard to permeate a person sometime when they're feeling something so deeply. I'm going through that today.
Yeah.
You know, you're going through your things too. Let's admit it.
And the truth too is, dude, it's like you're always enough. And
that's the truth.
You know?
That's the truth.
You are. I am.
Yeah.
It's hard to say that sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And whoever's listening, you are too.
And you're gonna do so much cool shit.
Yeah.
Hang on for that cool shit, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, there's so much life to live, dude. There's so much potential out there for you. You're gonna do some cool shit, man. Yeah. Hang on for the cool shit. Just hang on for the cool shit, man. Really, it's okay. Hills and valleys. We're gonna go through them, but we're gonna go through them together.
Yeah.
You know, we're not gonna isolate. And if we do, that's okay too. Don't get hard on yourself. Just wake up tomorrow and change one thing. Move a muscle and change a thought. Move a muscle, your thought's gonna fucking change. Whatever that muscle is. Go get a bacon, egg, and cheese.
Hell yeah.
Go fucking
I feel good after that every time.
Dude, come on.
I feel good after that every time.
Dude, say hi to someone you don't know. Fucking don't. Go listen to someone read a book. Go do anything.
Yeah.
There's so much to experience in this fucking world, man. We weren't put here to feel pain and then end things. There's a purpose for each person. I believe in my heart. There is a purpose for each person, and every single person's purpose, when lived out, when attempted, when someone said the greatest life that can be lived is the never-ending pursuit of and falling and not even reaching purpose. You're living a journey. You're living an adventure.
Yeah.
Anything could happen, man.
Yep.
Let's see what happens. You're not stuck. It's going to change. Nothing is forever in life. Shit's going to change. It's the nature of life.
Yeah.
You know, so let's see what happens, man. I don't know. Aftersun just fucking...
That movie, yeah.
Whoosh.
Really did. Yeah.
Whoosh. I mean, it messed me up. But yeah, that's the You Were Here podcast, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
You Were Here podcast episode 214, guys. Thank you so much for riding with us.
We love you guys.
We love you guys. You're welcome here anytime.
Always
welcome
here
home.
for you.
Come back to us. We're two dads. We're just
at this point.
Doors open.
Yeah.
Open door policy at Dad's house.
100%.
Dad's house. You know, there's a hot turkey on
the
or
two gay dads
or vegan vegan turkey on the stove. Guys, twitch.tv/You Were Here podcast. You want to hang out with us on Twitch?
We're going right after this. We're doing it.
Twitch.tv/You Were Here podcast. Come hang. Patreon.com/You Were Here podcast. You want to donate to the Papas? To the Papas? We would love the donation. You don't have to ever do that.
Make you a grilled cheese.
We can make you a grilled cheese.
Feed you a grilled cheese.
We'll teach you how to make the best grilled cheese. And what am I forgetting?
Anytown
Actors Lab. How can I forget? Dude, Adam's the best teacher. AnytownActorsLab.com. Right now, I'm telling you, the one-on-ones are going crazy online. There's testimonials going up. Go watch those. We got something special on our hands. We just want to give it to you. We just want you to experience unlocking your artistry and living truthfully under imaginary circumstances. The only way you can do it in your purpose, in your artistic vision that no one else can do. Your one artistic fingerprint, we need it. So go to class, anytimeactorslab.com. That's it.
My name is Mike, and I'm signing out.
My name is Dave. I love y'all. Please be kind to yourselves, and please be kind to one another.
Peace.